Back in, Chief Meteorologist Derek Beasley now. Derek, it's been a busy night, not just here, north of us as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Places like Philly and over towards Atlantic City, as we were talking about earlier, tornado warnings there. So they've been getting a lot of active weather, even down south. So much of the eastern U.S. and even out towards Texas, again, dealing with some more storms and flooding and in the northern plains. But we've had our own issues here. We're continuing to watch these storms make their way eastward. So most of it's winding down, just some light to moderate rain still continuing across parts of the state, southern Maryland, parts of the lower eastern shore, and some heavier downpours getting close to Ocean City. And that's really about what's left of these storms that were occurring across the area. Pretty spectacular storms, both from a visual standpoint with the lightning and the clouds, but also, of course, with what they were producing. Still some light showers through Cecil County, but I want to turn your attention to a flood warning in effect for parts of southeastern Howard County into parts of Anne Arundel County for the Little Patuxent. It's expected to rise here shortly, so places like Savage could be susceptible to perhaps some flooding. So you just want to be mindful of that in areas downstream as well. So just keep that in mind. That goes until 4:45 a.m. and it was issued just before 11 o'clock. Temperatures across the region in the low to mid 70s, and we're looking at 70s across most of the state now, with the exception of mid 60s out in the mountains there, 64 for McHenry. So your forecast for tomorrow morning looks like this. I think any chance for showers will be small for the next couple of hours. Then I think we'll be mainly dry overnight tonight, low to mid 70s, and then highs tomorrow only in the low to mid 80s. I think we're going to have a little more cloud cover around, and that's going to keep the temperatures down. It's still going to be humid, but it won't be as hot and as sticky and oppressive as it's been the past few days. Nonetheless, though, the Storm Prediction Center still has us in a risk for severe weather tomorrow. Notice it's a level 1 instead of a level 2, so not as high of a risk tomorrow. And anything that does pop up, it'll be very isolated or widely scattered. So you may get a storm here about 50 miles east or south. You may get another storm popping up. They're going to be very widely spaced as opposed to the widespread storms that we had this afternoon. So Futurecast shows the rain coming to an end here later tonight. Tomorrow morning, mainly cloudy skies and maybe a storm or two popping up here. I stopped at about 2 o'clock so you can kind of see the nature of these storms. They're going to be very widely spaced during the afternoon. Again, any storms that do pop up will be capable of more damaging winds as well as heavy rainfall. Lots of lightning, too. And then the same thing coming up on Friday. I think we may see a little more coverage on Friday, but still widely scattered storms expected here for your Friday afternoon. Here's your Marylandcast throughout the state. We are looking at that chance for a shower or storm. Otherwise, skies will be mostly cloudy. Temperatures, though, noticeably cooler into the low to mid 80s. All right, here's your first alert 7-day forecast. No alert days for a change, but that's not to say that we aren't going to have a chance for a strong or severe storm. Tomorrow, 85, 89 Friday. There's another risk for severe weather coming up on Friday. Again, same risk level, a level 1 of 5. And then heading into the weekend, it's not going to be a complete washout, but we're going to have these scattered storms around in the afternoon, kind of typical summertime fashion here in Maryland. So just be mindful of that if you have any outdoor plans. Highs near 90 each day and heading into next week, and overnight lows right around 70 degrees. Grace.
All right, Derek, thank you.